What's up, beautiful people? DH here. I wanted to jump on here, do something light, quick, and easy. This is a mindfulness exercise that I did the other day. It was something that I wasn't actively like, I'm going to do a mindful exercise, but I was aware of being mindful in some of my day-to-day tasks that I like to share with people as I'm coaching them and talking to people. But ultimately, it's for me. But if I find value in it, I'm going to share it. So this was with regards to brushing my teeth. And let me rewind. So mindfulness is essentially coming into the present moment, putting your energy into the present moment, being able to access and be aware and accept where you are in this present moment, right? Not in the past, not in the future, not with somebody else's story, not thinking about anything outside of bringing all of your energy into right here and right now. And so sometimes in our everyday tasks, we lose sight of what we're doing and we rush through things because we're heavily multitasking. And so brushing your teeth is a perfect example. Hopefully you guys do it in the morning and before bed. That's twice a day. I would recommend doing it after every meal if you have the opportunity to, because then you can get all that stuff out your teeth that's trying to manifest in there, whether it's stinky breath or whether it's some stuff that's digging in there and creating stuff where you got to go to the dentist or something like that. Anyway, that's not what I'm talking about. So I was brushing my teeth, and I claim to be a lefty, but there's certain things that I do righty. Most lefties will understand what I'm saying, especially for my generation. We can do a lot of things with both hands. But what I'm going to say is I was brushing my teeth, and it was kind of like fast and aggressive, and it was just like, okay, I've done this before. And I looked at myself in the mirror. I was like, this doesn't feel like very loving. And I look and I'm like kind of like this. I'm kind of hunched over. I'm like waiting. I'm just waiting to spit it all out, rinse my mouth out so I can go to bed because I'm tired, right? And I was like, this isn't good. And so I was like, okay, let's stand up straight. Let's roll the shoulders back. Oh, chest up. Man, that feels so much better on my body. And then I was still brushing, and I'm like, well, I brush my teeth like this 99.9% of the time. I brush my teeth with my right hand. And so I was like, okay, so now that I just noticed my posture, I'm noticing the speed and how rapid and how, like I wouldn't say mindful, but like just I'm ready to go to bed. So I was like, okay, I'm going to switch hands. After I'm done doing my cycle, circles all the way around, and then straight lines all the way around, and then I'm good. I switched hands to my left hand. And teeth brushing is not the left hand's like jam. Like he likes writing and stuff. My point is, I was started brushing with my left hand. I'm like very much slower because I had to be more mindful of it because this doesn't really know what it's doing. So it brought me into a mindful action, a mindful exercise, so I could come into a little bit more calm, slow, soothing experience of something that that's very familiar with all of us. It's an everyday thing that we should be doing. So nonetheless, the next part of this was I noticed myself really intensely focused on the process with my mind because I was still almost trying to go at the same speed that I do my right hand, but it was just sloppier. So then when I caught myself, I became aware that my mind was trying to control everything and trying to duplicate what I already do. It allowed me to slow down. And I was like, wow, I actually got the hang of this. And as I slowed down and I finished brushing my teeth with my left hand, I started thinking, and I rinsed my mouth out, and I was like, wow, my teeth feel so smooth. If you just think of that, sometimes it's the same thing, but just a little tweak. Sometimes it's just looking at things in a different light, with a different angle, and bringing our mind into presence allows our mind almost to get out of the way and allows us to just be in peace and in flow. So some of these everyday things that we do that are mindless, bring them into mindfulness and watch how the peace and the calmness and the tranquility starts to make some of these things more joyful. And it's the trickle effect. It's so crazy how these little simple things have an impact on our life outside of us. So hopefully this little practice was short and easy. And I would love to hear if you guys notice the same. It doesn't have to just be brushing your teeth. It could be anything that we dominate with one hand. Try shifting it and see how we're able to do it slower, more methodical, more present in each movement, because that's what's needed when it's unfamiliar, okay? To where it becomes familiar. So Love y'all. Have a beautiful day.